Hey, hello, hello. Welcome to the replay. Oh, people are joining. I need to plug in my phone. I totally didn't realize that it was going to totally bomb. But I want to talk about some stuff. That's why I came back on tonight. You guys are so lucky. You got my chat mill, and then you got me. Hey, everybody. Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Natalie. Hey. Hold on. Hold on. You get to look at my ceiling. I gotta plug in. My battery's dying. Woo. Okay. Let's see if that works. I think that's working. Yay! Hey, Amy! Yes, I trust my computer. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious, what a day! What a day! Hey, Steph. Hey, you guys. What a day, huh? And those that are Sensi consultants understand, Sensi and Velada consultants understand what I'm talking about. Hey, Jody! I saw that you followed me earlier. Hey, girl. Hey. Jilly Sue, hello, my dear. Only happy faces. So I know, it's kind of and you know what? I told you guys that I would not use Periscope for my business. And we don't necessarily have to talk specifically about brands. However, it's going to come up. And I know that this happens in many different aspects of our lives when things go away and things change and it's not necessarily what we want. And I think I'm going to take off my glasses because it's glaring too much. So first of all, I just finished doing a Facebook Live, which was totally awesome. Tomorrow night, I'm having my very first live party on my profile. Super excited about that. Right, Miss Ashley. I totally agree. So here's the deal, guys. And those that are, how does that work? How does what work, Amanda? That's right, Michelle. Without change, there is no growth. You know, people will come and go in your life, as well as things and opportunities and objects and that sort of thing. And every piece of that, okay, Amanda, I'll get to that in a second. Every piece of that is a needed aspect for our lives. You know, growth, March Madness. We need to have those changes in order to understand what we have, right? And I guess I'm a firm believer that when one door closes, another one opens. And so that gives us opportunity for other things, for more growth. Yes, Julie. And so when things are presented to us in a form that we don't have a choice. So in other words, those obstacles or those it's not really an obstacle, but when those road bumps are put in front of you and you have no choice but to ride over them, what's on the other side is always another opportunity, right? And I know that I've used and I'm going to write a book about this. I swear I will. And if my friend John was on here, he would totally know what I was going to talk about. The pothole analogy. It's a book that I'm going to write. I swear it is. The pothole analogy is that we often just coast along, right? We just coast along and we're driving along the road and, you know, if it was newly paved, probably not feeling much of anything. Thanks for inviting followers. I appreciate that. And you get to a pothole. In my neck of the wood, there's a lot of them. And you're brought to mind all kinds of choices. Okay? So you're sitting at this pothole. You have, who just went live? Dr. Liam. Thank you for sharing. You have choices to make when you get to that pothole, right? So a lot of times what we do in life is we get to that pothole and we just kind of sit there idling, trying to figure out what we're supposed to do. Hey, Catania? Catania. No, just Tanya. Just Tanya. Thank you guys for inviting people. I appreciate that. Is that my Shawnee girl? Oh my gosh. Life goes on is your motto. Yeah. Okay, so we have this choice. So we get to this pothole. And we have the ability to just sit there and make choices. So imagine your car sitting at the pothole idling. And you're trying to decide whether you should turn around and go back in the direction that you just came, whether you should, whether you should go around the pothole, whether you should drive through the pothole and hope that you come out the other end unscathed, or just sit there and wait until somebody shows up. Okay, so technically you've got about 4 choices on what you're going to do. And that pothole was put there not by your choice. It wasn't something that you did that created that pothole. You drive through them in style. So, you know, the least of the 2 choices that you should choose are, so need to watch the movie The Secret. It says The Secret of Life. It's amazing. I agree. The Secret is amazing. You can just sit there and idle and hope somebody shows up. Now that's probably the least of the choices, the least favorite of the choices, because you could be there for a really long time. And once they get there, you still need to make another decision as to whether you're going to jump in the car with them, if they're going to find a way around the pothole for you, or if they're just going to sit there and try and figure out what to do, right? So you could just be reiterating exactly what you're going through right then. So bringing somebody into the problem with you isn't going to help. Okay, so that kind of goes along with, yes. So it's kind of along the lines of when you are in a dilemma, drawing people into your cyclone of yuckiness is not going to help anybody. Matter of fact, it could potentially make it worse, right? So when you are feeling negative about a certain situation, like change, you tend to bring other people in. You tend to draw in, you vent, you make comments, and then all of a sudden now you've got this spiral effect that everybody's jumping in that funnel with you, and it becomes a tornado and it makes a mess. And your personal is so others at once. Yeah, exactly. So if you choose to turn around and go back the way that you came, that might be the safe way out, but you will not have gained anything. If anything, you're going to lose the forward momentum that you gained, right? And because all you're going to do when you turn around is regret the fact that you didn't move forward and become negative, because you're going to be complaining about where you're still at, and the fact that you didn't move forward. So that leaves you really with only 2 choices, right? You're either going to go around the pothole or you're going to go through the pothole. Now, the choice that you make a lot of times can depend on the attitude that you have or the mindset. So if you say that there is always a way around an obstacle, then you will find a way around it. Whether it's going through the lawn, somebody's lawn, whether it's finding planks to put on top of the pothole so you can go over it. Always choose the road. I missed it. So finding a way around the obstacle is probably the safest route. And if that comment said that the path less followed, that could potentially be it too. But then on the other hand, you could drive through that pothole and come out the other end unscathed. So you get kind of a 50-50 chance there, right? So depending on your attitude and how quickly you need to get through, you may just drive right through that pothole and hope that you come through the other end unscathed and your car is in one piece. Now, the issue is if you do drive through the pothole and you get to the other side and your car is mangled or you've broken a tie rod, you could be turning around and going back because that's where the direction of the fixer-upper is, right? So my suggestion is that when things are changed and when things, or buy a new car. See, attitude. It's all about attitude. My suggestion is that I shared a couple of your videos on Facebook. Aw, thank you. Hello. Tina's on live. Sunset from her home. My suggestion is that when change happens or an obstacle is put in your way, that you either first find a way around it, whether it's finding a way around the obstacle that you've put in your head. So when change happens, typically it's not a physical change like a pothole, but it actually is something that you have to, and you know what, we talked about this on my chat mail today, that it's all about mindset and the fact that you're telling a story. So if you tell yourself that there's just no way around this pothole, I'm never going to get around this pothole, this is the most horrible change I've heard in ages, and I'm just not going to keep going. I'm not going to find an alternative. I'm not going to find a way around it. That mindset is going to hold you back because ultimately every time you run into an obstacle, you're going to run into that same mindset, right? So if you change your story and you say, hey, you know what? Change is good. When one door opens, another door when one door closes, another door opens. And so therefore, I can look at this as a detriment. Leo, why are you crying? Here, have a bone. Yeah, so if one door closes and one door opens, you can look at it as an opportunity of something that you potentially would not have seen or had an option for. Right, it did. So if you guys have been following me, you know that I don't use Periscope for my business, but there are some things that happened today that are shifting the airs a bit. Every storm has a silver lining. That's right. And you know what? Every tornado has a calm center. Did you know that? So yeah, I don't use my Periscope for my work. But this is an opportunity to talk about what potentially can happen in many businesses, in many people's homes, in many people's lives, in many people's options or you know, every day. I mean, there's always going to be something that runs across your path. And it's totally up to you to deal or learn how to cope with it in a way that is mature. And again, 2016, forward movement. That's what it's all about for me, forward movement. And just say yes and figure it out later. And this is part of that. So when one door closes, say yes to the new door and figure it out later. And right now we have a door that's closing, but it's opening up so much more opportunity on the other side of the new door that I don't know if you guys are even aware of the potential, right? So I just wanted to come on here real quick and talk about change with you guys because I think it's really important that we have a mindset that change is good. Change is not bad. Change is growth. If caterpillars didn't change, we wouldn't have butterflies, right? So that's just a huge, I don't know why he's whining so much. So I just wanted to come on again real quick. So true. It is so true. Beautiful butterflies are needed, right? All right, guys, I love change. How boring would life be without change? Absolutely. Did they tell you any of the new stuff on the director call, the good stuff? Yeah, like I said, I don't talk about my job here. Although you guys, there's a lot of Sensi consultants. I don't discuss that here. I'm not here to promote or talk business on Periscope. Periscope is my only neutral social media ground. And hopefully you understand that. I do a lot of inspirational talking and teaching and coaching. And it's not always It's about the journey, our spring and summer. I missed that. I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, this is my only neutral platform. So I'm not trying to tell you guys that you can't talk about that. I want it to be a neutral platform for us to meet new people, to network, to share, to expand our network for the most part. And if they find out what I do for a living, then that's even better. So, take change. Thank you, Crystal. Take the change and run with it. Don't be scared of what it's going to do or what it's not going to do. Take it and run with it. And have fun and excitement for what is coming, for the new door that's opening, for all of the good things that can potential. I'm still trying to decide on what to do for my first scope. Love you, girly. Do a scope on anything. Yeah, do it with style. Do it with dignity and do it with respect too, okay? There's a lot of people that don't know how to deal with change. And so it's our job to lift them up, to help them through, to guide them to a new story in their head that is much more loving and caring and forward moving. There's a lot of people going up on Periscope tonight. So thank you everybody for coming back on Periscope. I know that I said I might come on. I wasn't sure. Lots of exciting stuff. If you want to know about what I do, go to facebook.com/EdieAnne1. Tomorrow night I'm going to have a live event, so that's going to be pretty exciting too. Otherwise, I hope to see you guys. You know what? Tomorrow I may not be scoping. I'm going to get my hair done, and then I have my live event tomorrow night. So we'll have to see what happens. Welcome, Jess. Yay. I know. I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to get it in there. My appointment for my hair is... okay. My appointment for my hair is... Oh, sweetie, thank you. It's at 9:30 a.m. I have to pick up some fundraisers, and then I'm heading to get my hair done, and that usually takes a couple hours. Actually, I might have time in the afternoon to do a chat mill. I'm going to try my darndest to get on there because I really want to continue our training for training your brain. I know, right? No, I'm getting my hair colored. We ain't going there on Periscope. So I'm thinking that I probably should be able to do like a 3:30, 4 o'clock Periscope tomorrow. Chat mill. We're not going to get the cycle chat though. That ain't happening. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. I need to have my hair done too. All right, you guys. I hope you have an amazing evening, and go lift some people up. Go cheer them up. Go encourage them. Go... give them virtual hugs and physical hugs if you're near them, and tell them that this door that's opening is going to be amazing. All right? Love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.